Southern New England's trusted news source, ABC6 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. We begin this noontime with breaking news from a fire in Cumberland. Crews working a fire this hour on Ryan Ave. Police have closed down Mendon Road between Martin Street and Angel Road while the fire department gets this all under control. ABC6 crews are on the scene and will bring you more information on air and online as we learn more. And now to the weather as we take a live look outside with our sky cam. A really pretty great day here in southern New England. Chelsea has our first forecast. Hi, Chelsea.
Hey, Doreen. Certainly feeling like summertime outside today. Those temperatures have climbed into the mid-80s in the Providence area. And with the high humidity levels, we feel even a few degrees warmer than that. We're sitting at 86 degrees right now. You'll see a mix of sun and clouds outside for the afternoon. Our feel-like temperature, a couple of degrees warmer than the actual temperature, 88 degrees in the Providence area at the moment with dew points that are in the mid-60s. Now take a look at the wind direction. It's coming in from the north now, and that's going to gradually lower our dew points as the day goes on. They've already dropped a couple of degrees from this morning. It's still feeling really muggy outside right now. It's going to be slow going, but it'll eventually get there and we'll feel more comfortable as we head through tonight. You're looking at temps across the area in the low to mid 80s range out there. A significant warm up from where we were yesterday at this time. We stayed rather cool yesterday with those clouds in place. Today you're still seeing some clouds, but you're also getting sunshine popping through, and that'll be the case for the rest of the afternoon. Kind of a mix of sun and clouds, temperature staying in that mid 80s range. Overnight will be clear. We start to get more comfortable, and tomorrow looks like a really nice day. I'll have a look at your full 7-day in just a few minutes. Doreen?
All right, Chelsea, thank you. Our other top story this afternoon: 2 men in court this morning in Newport after being arrested last month when an incident with police outside of a bar turned violent. And that resulted in police pushing and punching several men by a trolley in downtown Newport. ABC6 News reporter Giuliani is live outside Newport District Court with the latest details. Yanni?
Yeah, good afternoon, Doreen. Dennis Engelson and Christopher Adam were arraigned this morning here in District Court in Newport, pleading not guilty to all charges. And those charges including obstruction, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. And these charges stemming from an incident outside of a Newport bar last month where video captured by bystanders shows their arrest getting violent. 22-year-old Dennis Engelson appearing in Newport District Court Wednesday morning after a June 26th arrest turned violent. The incident outside of the One Pelham East bar in Newport captured on video and going viral on social media, which shows police getting physical with several men outside the bar. Police say Engelson was throwing bar mats at passerbys outside and ignored several requests by officers to leave the area. Police then taking the 22-year-old into custody.
He gave Engelson several more commands to place his hands behind his back as he continued to actively resist and pull away.
Engelson pleading not guilty to misdemeanor obstruction and disorderly conduct charges he is facing.
We vehemently deny what's being alleged by the Newport police as it pertains to Mr. Engelson and the incidents of last Sunday morning.
Also arraigned Wednesday, 22-year-old Christopher Adam, who police say was arrested after a Newport police officer got into a physical altercation with another man while Engelson was being arrested. According to police, after he pushed that man away, he felt a hand on his shoulder and feared it was the same man retaliating, turning around and striking Adam in the face.
The officer feared he was about to act violently towards him. The officer struck him with an open hand and brought him to the ground to arrest him.
Both Engelson and Adam pleading not guilty to all charges. Their case is now set to move to be heard in Superior Court.
If there is going to be a trial on this matter, it's going to be by a jury and a jury of his peers.
And there is no date set yet at this time for when Engelson and Adam will be due back in court. And the Newport Police Department is investigating the use of force by those officers in that June 26th incident. We're live in Newport. Yanni Trigelis, ABC6 News.
All right, Yanni, thank you. And the Rhode Island Attorney General's office is now investigating 2 Providence police officers for their use of force during an arrest. 21-year-old Armando Rivas was arrested after he started arguing with police who were trying to tow his car from India Point Park on Sunday. Police say Rivas approached Lieutenant Matthew Jennett and Captain Stephen Gincarella and got into the vehicle. The officers ordered him out. Rivas refused. Then the officers tried to remove him. That caused bystanders to gather, and in their efforts to arrest him, Rivas allegedly punched and kicked them. Once he was cuffed, police found a knife in his waistband. Rivas now charged with disorderly conduct, simple assault, resisting arrest, and obstructing an officer. And in court this morning, the Pawtucket police officer charged with shooting at a group of teenagers. Officer Daniel Dolan was arrested last year after police say he shot at a vehicle with 3 teens inside, hitting one of them. He was not on duty. His case continued this morning with a trial date set for September. Dolan is also being sued civilly for allegedly threatening and assaulting a Pawtucket man. He was also arrested in March for disorderly conduct and vandalism. White nationalist flyers posted in East Providence leading to 2 arrests. According to East Providence police, they got a call about a group of men hanging flyers on poles near the Gordon School last month. Officers saw 5 men with flyers and staple guns. They arrested Stephen Ferreira of Portsmouth and Austin Conti of Yuma, Arizona for obstruction of an officer and violation of city ordinance. The 3 other men were not charged. Police say they are part of a white supremacist group. And several people had to be taken to the hospital after an overnight crash in West Warwick. Our ABC6 news crews at the scene about a half mile before exit 10B. State police tell us there were 2 cars involved and they both rolled over. One driver has serious injuries. 4 people were taken to Rhode Island Hospital, 1 to Hasbro. Police do believe speed was a factor in the crash, but they are still investigating. And Providence police arrested 1 person for an overnight armed robbery. Police telling us there was a call for a stabbing about 3:30 on the corner of Clifford and Claverick Streets, which you see here, but there was no actual stabbing. The call was actually related to a robbery at Knife Point in Kennedy Plaza. The 1 arrest is related to that incident. And a member of President Joe Biden's administration is here in the Ocean State today. Small Business Administration admin Isabella Casillas Guzman will visit Rhode Island businesses with Senator Jack Reed. All 3 stops are scheduled in Warren at the O&G Studio, Taylor Box, and Hope in Maine. A roundtable will follow the tour. The trip to Rhode Island is meant to highlight the president's Build America, Buy American initiative. And in our schools now, a reminder for parents that applications for Rhode Island's pre-K lottery are due today. To enter, your child has to be 4 years old by September 1st and live in the community the pre-K program is located. When applying, you need to have an active email, a working phone number, and the child's legal name, date of birth, address, and monthly household income. You can apply by going to the Rhode website. Applications are due by 11:59 tonight. And still to come here on the news at noon, possible red flags. Police revealing new details about the suspected gunman in the July 4th parade shooting. This as we learn about the heartbreaking moments when people realize that a wandering toddler had actually just lost both of his parents. Back now with developing news in Illinois on the deadly mass shooting at that July 4th parade in Highland Park. The death toll now climbing to 7, and we're learning more about how the suspected gunman allegedly carried out his attack. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more.
The suspected gunman who police say opened fire on parade goers during the July 4th celebration in Highland Park, Illinois, expected to appear before a judge on Wednesday morning, where prosecutors are expected to ask that he be held without bond. Robert E. Cremo III faces 7 first-degree murder charges in an attack that authorities say he planned for weeks, even down to his disguise, where, according to investigators, he dressed in women's clothing to escape.
Investigators do believe he did this to conceal his facial tattoos and his identity and help him during the escape.
Police say the suspected gunman climbed up a fire escape ladder onto the roof of a business where he fired close to 70 rounds. ABC's Alex Perez talking with witnesses who barely escaped.
So there was a bullet that literally almost hit your head.
It hit my dad, but it missed my head.
The rampage injured more than 30 people, claiming the lives of 7, including 2-year-old Aiden McCarthy's parents, Irina and Kevin, seen in this picture from a GoFundMe post. Survivors Dana and Gregory Ring telling ABC News about the moment another parade goer handed them the toddler in the aftermath of the chaos.
Every time I tried to ask him what his name was, the response he gave to me in return was, Mama, Dada, come get me soon. Mommy's car come to get me soon.
2-3 hours later, a detective who had our number called, and then he took the little boy to where families were being reunited, and then he told me he was eventually reunited with his grandparents.
As police work to uncover a motive, growing questions about missed red flags. Illinois police say the suspect passed 4 background checks in 2020 and 2021, despite 2 prior police incidents. In 2019, when he threatened to take his own life, and then that September, when police say they confiscated knives after family members accused him of threatening to kill people. And that high-powered rifle that police say was used in this attack is legal in parts of Illinois, but not here in Highland Park. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Highland Park, Illinois.
And still to come here on the news at noon. Details on the next hearing for the January 6th committee and what they'll be focusing on. We'll check in with Chelsea, too, for her full 7-day forecast when we return. New details are emerging from probes into the deadly Capitol insurrection and alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election. A special grand jury in Georgia has handed down 7 subpoenas to associates of former President Trump. Meantime, the House Select Committee announcing it's holding its final hearings next week. ABC's Justin Finch is in Washington.
A significant development on Capitol Hill. Former White House counsel Pat Cipollone striking a deal to testify before the January 6th committee after several refusals. For months, investigations in Washington, D.C. and the state of Georgia have centered not only on former President Trump, but also on his closest advisors, lawyers, and campaign officials, and their false claims of election fraud.
How can they say there's no fraud? Look at that woman.
A grand jury in Fulton County, Georgia, has issued subpoenas for Giuliani and 6 other Trump associates.
I think the logical conclusion is this is a common plan, a common scheme. It comes right directly from the Democrat Party.
Among those subpoenaed, former Trump campaign legal advisor Jenna Ellis, along with Cleta Mitchell. Mitchell was on that infamous phone call with Trump to Georgia's Secretary of State.
All I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes.
Though Trump denies any wrongdoing, legal experts say he may have violated several state election laws. The grand jury also wants to hear from former Trump attorney John Eastman. Eastman allegedly helped advance an effort to replace Democrat electors from Georgia and other decisive states with so-called fake electors who would support Trump over Joe Biden. Also subpoenaed South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. The grand jury is seeking more information about his alleged phone calls with Georgia's Secretary of State, questioning the counting of absentee ballots. Georgia's special grand jury does not have the power to hand down indictments. Instead, its recommendations go to the district attorney, who has the power to bring charges. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Chelsea Priest.
Shaping up to be a pretty good beach day out there. We are looking at relatively quiet conditions over Block Island right now, although it is breezy outside today, and that wind is starting to shift. It's warm, it's muggy right now, but with the wind shift, we are going to gradually start to feel a little bit better outside. If you are thinking of heading to the beach this afternoon, just keep in mind there is a moderate rip risk, so that's one concern if you're heading to the beach. And of course, this time of year, the UV index very high, even with kind of a blend of sun and clouds outside into the afternoon. Temperatures are warm at the beach. We're looking at 83 degrees in Westerly right now, 82 in Newport. It's 80 on Block Island, 86 here in Providence, one of the warm spots on the map. And then we have to factor in the humidity. We've stayed very muggy all morning long. We had a strong breeze from the southwest for much of the morning. Now, we had that rain come through overnight, dried out pretty quickly. Behind that line, the winds have now shifted, and they're starting to come in from the north to the northwest. 5 to 15 miles per hour, with a few gusts coming in 15 to 25 miles per hour. And with the breeze from the northwest to the north, more comfortable air will be moving in. Now, it's going to be happening very slowly. It is still really humid outside right now. Those dew points anywhere from the mid to upper 60s, if not low 70s, out towards Falmouth, Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket, seeing dew points in the low 70s range. That's an uncomfortable feel to the air. It also makes our actual temperatures feel a bit warmer. 88 for a feel-like temperature in Providence right now, mid 80s for our coastal locations, 83 for a feel-like temperature over Block Island. So add a couple of degrees to what the actual temperature reading is, and that's how it feels outside with those high humidity levels. Now, again, the breeze has already started to come in from the north-northwest. It's picking up a bit, and we are going to very slowly see those dew points dropping as we head through the afternoon. It really won't be until tomorrow, though, that you start to notice a difference. We've seen a mix of sun and clouds, most of the rain from yesterday pushing offshore. Still some clouds passing through. There's a few little sprinkles within some of those clouds. I do think we end up with kind of that blend of sun and clouds continuing for most of the afternoon, becoming a bit clearer as we head through the later part of the day. During our sunset, we should be seeing clear conditions, and certainly overnight, although some patchy fog may be possible. Tomorrow looks like a mainly sunny day. You'll get some passing clouds at times, but should be bright, should be significantly more comfortable, and a lot cooler. High temperatures tomorrow hover around 80 degrees. Now, our little break from the humidity is short-lived. We head into Friday. There's another frontal system that'll be approaching the area. We wake up with clouds and some patchy fog in the morning. We see mostly cloudy conditions for much of the day, with a slight chance of some scattered showers coming through. It's not a washout. Most of the day is dry, in fact, and we could use rain at this point. We're not going to get a ton of it, but there may be some isolated showers we'll be dodging, especially Friday afternoon and evening. Mid-80s outside today. It is warm. It's muggy, but but the wind is coming in from the west, northwest, eventually northeast overnight. So we continue to see the humidity factor going down. And then tomorrow looks like a sunny, nice, comfortable day. High temperatures cooler than where we're at today, actually a few degrees cooler than average for this time of year, topping out around 80 degrees. We're going to stick with the low 80s for much of the 7-day forecast. Again, a few isolated showers on Friday will clear out pretty quickly, and the weekend's looking really good. You'll see sunshine, you'll see temperatures in the low 80s, and it'll be really, really comfortable through much of the weekend. So a good-looking July weekend.
Yeah, doesn't that sound fantastic? Considering it's July, anytime you can have that lower humidity.
Exactly, a really comfortable weekend both Saturday and Sunday.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Chelsea. Always looking ahead to the weekend. It's time to try a new place or maybe return to an old favorite. Coming up, it's almost Providence Restaurant Week. And Stranger Things breaks yet another record. We've got those details coming up next. Now to entertainment news, better make those reservations. Providence Restaurant Week is here starting this weekend. Here's Alexis Heroic.
Providence Restaurant Weeks returns this Sunday, July 10th through July 23rd. Participating restaurants are already offering specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and are already accepting reservations. Next week on ABC6, we will be giving you a behind-the-scenes look and a preview at some of your favorite restaurants in town, like here at the Capitol Grill, the original Capitol Grill location in the country. It's a great week to celebrate some of the best of what Providence and beyond has to offer. So be sure to make reservations for friends and family at some of your favorite spots, and we'll keep you updated on which restaurants are participating.
Well, legendary musician Carlos Santana suffered a medical emergency last night during a performance. Santana was reportedly overtaken by heat exhaustion and dehydration. He was performing at an outdoor amphitheater about 40 miles outside of Detroit when this happened. The temperatures there reached up to 90 degrees. Santana has since posted on Facebook thanking his fans for their, quote, precious prayers. The 74-year-old musician is expected to be okay. A strange milestone on Netflix. Stranger Things has passed the 1 billion hour mark in worldwide viewing. It is the first English language series on Netflix to reach the milestone, sitting behind the Korean hit Squid Game. But Stranger Things still has about 3 weeks to pass Squid Games. And film buffs have a new reason to see more movies over the next few months. AMC Theaters is now offering $5 discount Tuesdays. Tickets will be just $5 plus tax for all members of the AMC Stubs program, which is free to join. Discount Tuesdays has already begun. It runs through the end of October. And to sweeten the deal, AMC also has popcorn and drink specials all set for Tuesdays. Still to come here on the news at noon, we're going to check back in with Chelsea for another look at the afternoon forecast. We'll be right back. All right, it's humid out there, but
It
what
is.
else can we expect here in July?
No, I know.
Right?
You're right. You're right. And we actually have some really comfortable air in our 7-day forecast today. We're seeing a blend of sun and clouds. It is warm. It is muggy. But tomorrow we'll feel more comfortable. Muggy factor goes up a bit on Friday with a few isolated showers possible. It's definitely not a washout. We don't get a ton of rain, but the risk is there. And then we clear out quickly, and the weekend looks really nice. Sunshine for both Saturday and Sunday. High temperature staying in the low 80s. After today, most of the 7 days actually running just a degree or two cooler than average for this time of year, but a stretch of some slightly cooler than average temperatures and really comfortable both of our weekend days. So like you said in the last few minutes, what more can you ask for this time of year? I mean, a comfortable weekend, that'll be nice.
We will take it on both days.
Yes.
Thanks. All right. Thanks, Chelsea. And thank you for joining us for the news at noon. The news continues first at 4. Have a great day, everybody.